Hey moms, dads, and friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Emily Richeson and I am so excited that you found your way here today. This is actually my very first video of me talking to the camera, so I'm excited that you have found your way here and I hope that this video is very helpful for you. If you do find that it is helpful and you enjoy my channel, please hit the like button on this video and subscribe to my channel by pressing that little bell so you don't miss any more future videos. All right, so today we are going to talk about what is in my hospital bag, and that means that we are so close to going to the hospital and welcoming our baby boy very soon. I am 38 weeks pregnant and I'm feeling it. I am so tired. I'm very winded and it is a lot to just do the small things here lately, but I'm soaking up every minute of it. I'm so blessed and I am still very much excited to meet our baby boy, even though I will miss being pregnant. But we are going to get started with our video today. So we have my hospital bag. This is just a simple Steve Madden backpack. It's got a few pockets on the inside. It's got some zippers. It's nothing too crazy. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't taking a bag to where it looked like I was going on vacation and my husband was going to walk in with all these suitcases and crazy bags. We just wanted something simple because everything I need fits in here perfectly and it's just not necessary to haul in this giant bag into the hospital. So this is my bag and what is going in it. First and foremost, the most important thing in my opinion, my birth plan. So a lot of people have mixed feelings about birth plans because the truth is you cannot plan out birth down to a science, down to a schedule. You just can't. It's always going to take its own route, even if you can plan certain things. The important thing about a birth plan, though, is that even though plans can change, there's nothing wrong with going into the hospital with a plan. This is your birthing experience, your labor experience, the day that your most precious gift is going to be born. You have every right to have a say in how you want that day to go. But you have to be open-minded and understanding to the reality that just because you write it in here does not mean it's going to happen on the outside in reality. When I had my son, I went in, I got induced, and I ended up having an emergency C-section. My whole birth plan basically went out the window. But I still went in there with one because it made me feel like when the nurses would say things that were on here and I knew they had paid attention to it, it just made me feel like they were on my team, they were in my corner, and I was seen and my requests were heard, but some things happen and things change. I'm not going to go over my whole birth plan, but I typed up little categories like during labor and delivery, things that I would like or not like, after birth, things that I requested, and if I have another repeat C-section, if that were to come up again, things that I would like for that. So it's just good to have a plan. It's also very helpful if your spouse or support person has to speak on your behalf. If you are under a anesthesia and you're not able to talk for yourself or you're unconscious, something bad happens and you have a rush to the hospital or who even knows what. So I'm not trying to scare anybody, by the way, but I'm just saying you never know what could happen. There's nothing wrong with having your wishes here so people aren't having to figure out what you want at the last minute. They already know ahead of time what to expect. So number one is birth plan. Also, this is not right here with me, but when you go anywhere, and of course a hospital, you want your insurance card, your driver's license. Those are important things as well. So make sure that you have that. All right, next one is my glasses case. I wear glasses and contacts. I do not leave the house without it. If you don't wear glasses and contacts, this is not going to matter to you. But if you do, take it with you. Alrighty, the third one is my affirmations. If you are a person who doesn't really care about words of affirmation, if you don't rely on those at all, if that's not your love language, it is mine. This is probably not going to help you. However, when I am in a situation that can potentially be out of my control, or I'm in a situation that I want to be a certain way, affirmations mean so much to me. They help me get through it. They remind me of how things can change, but how I would hope for them to be. And if they go that way, great. If they don't, that's okay too. I just need words of affirmation as a person. So what I did is I went to Walmart. I bought this little index card divider type thing, and it's got 3 tabs on it. The first tab is affirmations for if I go through with an unmedicated birth, which I would like to do. However, that may change, but I have affirmations for if that happens. I won't read all of them to you, but these are all written up by me. They're words and Bible verses that mean a lot to me that will help me get through that should I go that route. The second tab is if I decided to have a medicated birth, which is when you get an epidural and things that you would get rather than if you went unmedicated and you went without any medicine, pain management, any of that. So I have affirmations for that to help me get through that, to feel confident in that decision. And then the last tab is if I have a repeat cesarean, which is the C-section I had last time. If that ends up being the route that is taken again, I have affirmations for that to help me get through that process as well. And then there's some extra space in the back for whatever. But they're just great for me. I feel like leading up to labor, I've been reading these every day. I've been preparing with Christian hypnobirthing. I have listened to podcasts and I've created a playlist. I've done everything I can to prepare for labor, but without these, I don't think it matters what I would do. I don't think I could get through it. Affirmations are key to me. All right, now that we have moved on from that, I have this little baggie. This has all of my toiletries in it. And my husband's bag is, I don't have it here with me. His is going to be fairly similar. So if you're a guy listening to this, or if you're a spouse that you're not giving birth, but you're going to be there to support them, or you're just a support person, these will apply to you as well. So in this bag, I have some chapstick. I hate dry lips, and the person giving birth, your lips tend to get dry in labor. I'm not sure why that is, especially because you're either eating ice, drinking water, or have an IV, but your lips can get dry. So chapstick is super important. Dry shampoo, toothpaste. I have my husband's mini version of the shampoo and conditioner he uses, a silicone bath scrubber, makeup wipes, shampoo and conditioner, a razor, and then of course contact solution. Again, I wear contacts. These two though are very important. I'm going to go over these. So this is deodorant and a body wash that I put in a travel size body wash that I have. This is very important because especially if you are going to breastfeed, but just regardless, when you are doing skin to skin with your baby, which you are supposed to be doing a lot of in the hospital if you are able, it's very important for breastfeeding. It helps with the bond. It helps soothe your baby. It's just everything that you want. The newborn baby smell, the cuddles, it is the cherry on top. It really is. But when you're doing that, baby's lungs cannot handle Bath & Body Works smelling perfumes and body washes, the detergent you use on your clothes. They can't handle strong smells and odors because their lungs are so new and it's so bad for their lungs. So you need to make sure that your deodorant is free of chemicals, dyes, scents. It needs to be very natural. I got this one at Walmart. It's working great for me. I don't have any problems with it. It's the Tom's brand. So highly recommend that one. And then this body wash, I poured it out of the one that's in my shower. It's an Aveeno unscented, or maybe oatmeal. I'm not sure, but I smell it and I don't smell anything, but it might be labeled oatmeal. I'll have to double check, but it's free of dyes, chemicals. It's very, very calming. When the baby's on me, he's not going to be taking in all these crazy artificial smells. And when you're breastfeeding, your baby's mouth is going to be right here, which means their nose is going to be there. And if you have strong scents that they're all taking in at once, it's going to be hard for them to latch and be comfortable in that way. So that's very important. And also, when people are holding your baby, it's never wrong if you request that they don't have tons of perfume on or anything like that, because for the same reasons I just said, babies cannot handle those strong smells in their faces. All right. Next thing is pajamas of your own. When you give birth, you might do that naked. You might do it in the hospital gown. However that looks for you is fine. After I gave birth, I did not want to be in that hospital gown. It tied in the back, which was super annoying for breastfeeding. It felt very rough, the fabric. I just didn't like it. I also don't like being in dresses when I sleep. Like, I don't wear nightgowns or anything like that. So I wanted my own PJs. It made me feel like I was at home. I felt comfortable. And I mean, the hospital gown's just not cute. Let's just call it for what it is. So these are the pajamas that I got for when I'm taking pictures with the baby, and they're so comfortable to sleep in. I took these, or a similar pair, last time when I had my son, and I loved them. And this one is a silky material. It's blue. It's got the buttons right here. I can button it all the way open for skin to skin and breastfeeding, but I can button it up easily as well. These shorts obviously are much larger than I would need, but newsflash, after you give birth, C-section or a vaginal birth, you will be wearing a diaper and it's comfortable, don't worry. But you will wear a diaper, so make sure you get some pajama shorts that have a little bit of leeway to fit over a diaper. So especially if you have a C-section, you want bigger shorts because your scar, depending on where it lands, you don't want tight shorts that are going to be uncomfortable. So get the bigger ones. It's fine. If you have to roll them up, they're pajamas. No one's going to care. So I do have these. And then I just have a tank top that was already in my closet. It's nothing special. I can pull my boob out of the side of it easily for breastfeeding. It's just a simple tank top that I like to sleep in. And then again, a pair of pajama shorts that are a little big, but super comfortable. It's better than being in a hospital gown, in my opinion. All right. And then after that, we have what could be my husband's favorite part of this, the snacks. So the cafeteria at the hospital is not always open all the time. The vending machine snacks get very old. I'm not saying you have to go into labor and delivery with a Yeti cooler full of sandwich meat and pasta salad and all the things as if you're going to a cookout, but it is good to take some snacks that you don't really have to depend on a vending machine for. You're going to get hungry in the night, especially if you're breastfeeding, and when you can't go to the cafeteria, and with COVID being the way it is for a lot of hospital policies, your spouse or support person probably can't leave. I know my husband can't. He can't go to the drive-thru for me or anything like that. So I just have some snacks that are pretty filling that I like. I've got some peanut butter trail mix, some like yogurt bars, granola bars, cereal bars. We're gonna go get some other snacks today from the grocery store, maybe some beef jerky, some turkey bites, things like that that are just really filling, that don't require refrigeration or microwaves, but just good to have on hand should you need them. All right, now that that's done, this is the last one, and then I have one that I'll mention that I'm not putting in the bag, but I will be using it as well. This right here, if you're from the South or if you knew my grandmother when she was alive, you have seen one of these. So what this is it is a sock that didn't have a pair anymore. So I'm using this one, but I poured just a dry bag of black beans in here, and you can use rice, but I prefer beans because they're a little thicker. Any type of dry bean is fine. You get a tall sock. You don't want an ankle sock. You get a tall one and you fill it up to where you can still put a knot in the sock. You fill it up with your dry beans, and then when you need a heat compress, kind of like you would use a heating pad for, you put this in the microwave until it's as hot as you want it, and you can put it on your head, on back pain, and it doesn't require a cord. It's a lot smaller than carrying a heating pad into the hospital. If you're doing a natural, unmedicated labor and you can't see yourself during labor being hooked up beside an outlet with a heating pad, this is a great option for you. You can have the nurses take it to the nurses station and microwave it. You can use it on your back if you have pain there, on your hips. It's just relaxing. A lot of the beans smell really good when you microwave them. At least I think they do. And so it's good to have on your head right here, relaxing you with the smell coming down. It's just a really neat tool to have. If your partner is doing some counter pressure on your back, they can push this on there and massage it. So highly recommend this as well. So that is all that I have in my hospital bag, and I know that it's not a ton of stuff, but you don't need a ton of stuff. The hospital will make sure you have everything you need, and as long as you have the basics as if you're staying overnight somewhere, you're gonna be fine. Everything will be okay. Don't stress, don't take so much stuff with you, but a big key tip that you can do is anything you think that you might need but you're not entirely sure, just take it and leave it in the car. You can always go get it later. And the last item that I said I didn't have here, but I was going to use, I'm just going to wear to the hospital what I'm gonna wear home. It's just one less thing to worry about. I have a flowy dress. It's a larger fit dress, super flowy and comfortable. It's a knee-length dress. I'm gonna wear that to the hospital most likely because it is gonna be April. I live in South Georgia. It's probably gonna be sweltering hot. So I'm not gonna want to wear anything that's too fitted to make me even hotter, but I'll just wear that to the hospital and then I'll wear it back home. If I don't wear that, I'll probably wear some maternity leggings like these, and a t-shirt, but whatever I wear to the hospital, I'm planning on just tossing in my hospital bag and wearing it home. So you don't have to worry about, going crazy, taking all these outfit choices. After you give birth, you will be so ready to go home. You're not gonna care what you wear. So that is my hospital bag. I will do a video on what's gonna be in my baby's bag. And again, My husband's bag is pretty much the same as mine, except he doesn't have a birth plan, but he's got his PJs, toothbrush, toiletries, and snacks just the same. So I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and let me know in the comments below what you are taking in your hospital bag. I might need some ideas to add to this, but I hope y'all have a great day. I cannot wait to have our next video up so we can come back here next time, but I'll see you next time.